Hello everyone, Mr. Happy Zap here with a bit of an update on the basement finishing. I've started to put up the drywall. I have this outer wall here done because the furnace guys are coming today to begin my HVAC installation. So I had to kind of hurry up to get things done, at least for them. And so I decided to, once again, got the drywall up, and the process, I started off, basically, I used 54-inch drywall because from this floor here up is 53 inches. So instead of using the 4x8 sheets and I'm piecing it this way or this way, more than 54-inch, more money, yep, but is easier to put in and less seams. Now I boxed in, of course, I showed you that I boxed in around my three outcrops in the foundation, and here instead of using the fancy schmancy corner beads, I just went out and got the stuff that used to be used years ago quite a bit, or all the time, and just installed that. Once I got the drywall installed it, all my quarter beads, so that I have good, I'm not going to break off the corners when I'm down here, because this space here is going to be utilized for a bit of a hobby area. Have my first coat on. I just used regular, what they call machine mud on here as a first coat, and it looks kind of rough, but that's just to give it a coat, and so kind of give it a fill in. All the joints here, I didn't put any tape on, they're just butted together, and it wasn't much of a space, so I just filled in the seam best I could, and I'll still be going over with some actual finishing mud once I go and knock all the high spots off with the trowel, and then put a finish coat on, and then sand it up, and basically end up with something similar to this. I mean, it's not a perfect finish, but for here in the basement, being that this basement's not going to be used for a living space per se, but I still wanted to try and keep it clean, keep the cobwebs down. I have to go still finish off, of course, across through there and across that back wall and whatnot. Now, as you can see here, I put all these the drywall in once again to satisfy the fire code scenario for the blowing in the spray foam. And then I put and along here I put another piece of a 4-inch drywall on there, so that when I put in my 5.5-inch bats, it'll end up right here, something similar to this here. It's just a temporary thing I stuck in there to see how it would look. Something like this here all the way along. Yeah, it keeps cobwebs down, keeps everything cleaned up. I also began to paint the cement floor. I've got 2 coats of floor paint on here, and once again that keeps the dust down. I'll be doing the same thing on the lower floor here, and of course up there with this same, I guess they call it a medium gray. And then along here, the perimeter in this indent, I'll call it, in the basement, I'll be painting that a really light white color, or something similar to this here, to kind of give the basement a little, give it some depth, so it feels a little bit bigger, even though it's small in this square-inch home. So I decided to give you that bit of an update. It's not hard, once again, to do this drywalling if you have time, and you're not too worried about, you could sit there and finish to get a really fine finish, but that would take a long time, and that's why there are some scenarios where you need to bring in the professionals, like I did on the main floor. Here, once again, I have to hurry along. There is some seams in this wall, but I've got a coat of primer on there, as well as the coat of paint. You can see here, it's not, under normal circumstances, a second coat of paint would have went on this, but being, once again, it's in the basement, all I want to do is make sure to seal it, and then put the coat of paint on there to give it a if you want to call it a hard finish, just to kind of keep it all clean. Now along here I've got some of that new modern looking trim. It's that square stuff. That'll help finish it off too. It'll be white, so it'll give it a bit of a trimmed look. Pick that up for a decent deal, and whatnot. So I'll be doing that all the way around, putting that trim all the way around, and should make it look smart looking. Down here, being when I crib this up, when we poured the cement, I don't know what I'm going to do here yet. I don't know if I'm going to put a little bit of parge in there to kind of clean that up. I may do that. I may not. I just might say heck with it, because I have to get this wall prepared, because I have to get my stands in here for my water heater and my pressure tank, and time's slipping. So we're at times, as the song says, time keeps slipping into the future. So yeah, so I'll give an update once the heating system is in. Once again, I'm not doing that. It's gas, and they're putting the central air is going to go outside here on the outside wall. The furnace is going to go here. Give you an update on that, and they're coming today, so I'm kind of happy about that, and get this project rock and rolling. So I can basically get moved in here in sometime in the very near future. So other than that, everyone keep cool, and stay out of trouble. Bye for now.